Hello YouTube, hello Twitch. I'm doing something a little bit different today, YouTube, and for Twitch for that matter. Normally I come into one of these with a pre-built deck that I want to, show off. I think it might be, a meta breaker, it might be something that is strong that no one else is playing. Today I actually haven't got the full deck list yet. However, there is one card that I feel like should be fairly strong right now, and one archetype that you would think would be pretty strong with the meta right now. And the meta right now is sort of the evolving pirate package, which is somewhat aggressive, the control warrior Unkilliax package, the combo decks, and then just some general aggro decks out there. Like the elemental decks are all doing pretty well. I'd probably say rogue is more of an OTK deck rather than an aggro deck, but it can be somewhat more aggressive than the average deck. What is the class or the card in particular that I think should be pretty strong? Well, one of the reasons that Unkilliax is really annoying is in the name. He's Unkilliax. You can't target the guy. He has evasive, so it makes it hard to silence him because there's only single targeted silence in the game right now. You don't want to kill it because it gets brought back by boom, it gets brought back by the hydration station. It's just a really annoying card to deal with. However, one of the things that you can do to deal with those cards are things with poof-like effects. Let's call it poof effects. Like, for example, Reno, the Lone Ranger. Very good idea of playing that into your opponent's Zilliax, because you will whisk them away, they don't go into the death rattle pool, and you make warriors and druids sad. Now, one of the problems with Reno is it's been nerfed, I think 2 times at this point, and he's now a 10 mana card. And a lot of Hearthstone games don't go to 10 mana anymore. There are other alternatives though, and this leads me into the class I want to play today. Priest. Namely, Aman'thul. Aman'thul has a poof effect. You can target your opponent's Zilliax with it and make it go away. And what's even nicer is one of the ways that the warriors and the druids with that play around it is they fizzle their own Unkilliax, so that if one of them gets poofed away by Reno, you can, play it after that and then have no other issue being poofed. Aman'thul in Priest has a lot of ways to be resummoned, so I think you could always generate more ways to resummon the Aman'thul to deal with an Unkilliax, then your opponent can generate more Unkilliaxes. Don't quite quote me on this one, I think though it's generally speaking true. And that got me thinking, why is no one playing Priest? Priest is very low down right now on all of the leaderboards, and in particular, the only deck that has seen any play, or most tangible play, is Zarimi Priest, which is actually a more aggressive deck than Control Priest. And actually, if you look at what Control Priest is doing right now, it's basically nothing. Control Priest has no win percentage. And you would think that Control Priest should do pretty well right now, no? Some of the other good decks right now are the pirate packages from the Demon Hunter side of things that can also be used by the Shamans. And Control Priest should be good at dealing with aggro, right? Right? That's the clue in the name. So, it got me thinking, why is no one playing this? And actually, I do know some reasons why, people aren't playing Control Priest. There's actually a few reasons. Probably the most common of the Control Priest list are the Highlander packages using Elise. And then simply speaking, there's not enough good early game removal in Priest right now to deal with these onslaught of boards of minions. Which actually makes me think that the best Control Priest deck isn't a Highlander deck, because simply speaking, you need to run 2 copies of... Not Fight Over Me. You need to run 2 copies of Serenity, I think. That's probably one of the best early game removal cards currently for Priest across a board of minions. And then the other one is Holy Nova, which, funnily enough, part of the thing that got me into thinking about this was watching some really old Hearthstone videos where Holy Nova used to be a 5-mana spell. And currently I think Holy Nova is pretty weak at 3 mana, but that's by the by. Anyway, I think these cards are so essential to Control Priest, you have to run 2 copies of them. So I think that means you can't run the Highlander package. Also, in terms of the Highlander package, not a lot of games go to turn 8 either, so... And you also have to kind of bastardize your deck creation to make the most out of Elise. Because obviously with Elise, you want to hit Aman'thul, you want to hit Yogg as well, the other Titan. You might want to hit some cards with Death Rattles and Taunt, that type of thing. You really want to hit a Battlecry minion, which is unfortunate because the new package that they got for the control side of things are Battlecry related. Anyway, this gets me to deck creation. Now, you might think with a lack of stats in HS Replay, the deck creation is going to be pretty hard. And you're right, I think the deck creation is going to be somewhat hard for this. Hence why this is going to be in a slightly different format, where I'm going to build the deck on camera for both of Twitch and YouTube, and then we'll iterate upon it as we go along. So this won't just be the normal, I play 7 games, see what the score is after 7 games, and we all laugh and smile about it when I go 2 and 5. No, this time we will iterate upon the process and just try and improve gradually. Because I sincerely think if you can get to the point where you get Aman'thul in the field, I think this deck becomes really, really hard to deal with. But the key is getting to that point where you get Aman'thul on the field. Anyway, as I said, there's not a lot of deck recipes out there for Control Priest right now in the current set. But fortunately, Jambray's a real bro. He's got a deck list in here, which I think he reported was seeing like a 40% win rate right now. Which honestly, I think is actually pretty good for Control Priest right now. But we're going to iterate upon Jambray's Control Priest deck. There's a few things I think shouldn't be in the deck necessarily. And there's some other things we should consider putting into the deck. For example, one of the things I have considered putting into the deck, and maybe we'll iterate upon this at some point, is maybe it's worth teching into Hunter very slightly, just to give you an access to Sasquatch. Maybe that is good enough play, because I think this control deck, the alternate win condition has to be just like generate a ton of value, I think. Because there's just simply not enough good control cards, so you sort of need to just discover answers. Sasquatch lets you play some more cards that you've already got in your deck, which might generate you more value, which means that your opponent might run out of stuff before you do. Because one of the other weaknesses with the Priest right now, and I think part of the reason why Priest isn't seeing a lot of play, is they don't have good draw engines. Literally, the only draw engine is the Crimson Clergy fan club combo. There are some other things in the neutral land where, you know, you could play the 5-mana Magatha, right? But Priest doesn't really want to run an all-minion deck, in my opinion, so I think for now, we will say no to the Hunter package. I think their single-target removal cards in Hunter as well aren't quite good enough. I probably would put Sasquatch in this deck if I could, but then again, I think one of the cards I do really want to abuse from the new set is this Rest in Peace, which means I want my 2 biggest minions to be Aman'thul, and actually the other one I want it to be is Yogg. So Yogg is definitely going to make this list. I think Yogg and Aman'thul, 2 excellent ways to deal with opponents' Unkilliaxes. Yogg can steal it. Aman'thul can poof it away. Great answers to it. Yogg is also good against boards, but again, it's a 9-mana card, so it's going to take a while to get to 9 mana. So we're not going to rely on Yogg for clearing up, you know, the pirates. This gets me back to the rest of the deck. I think Twilight Medium and Narain, Soothe Fancy are going to be simply too slow to deal with aggression. So I don't think either of those are going to go into the deck. Similarly, I think Ignis and Glowstone Gyreworm are also going to be a bit too slow for the package. I kind of want a bit more disruption in my Control Priest deck, to be honest with you. Getting towards disruption, I think this leads me to a card that I do want to add into the deck now. I would like to try and fit into my deck Benevolent Banker. Good for interrupting spells. There are a few decks out there that run really key important spells. For example, the OTK deck with the Concierge Druid, which realistically the Control Priest deck should never beat. And at least, I think Jambray's version of it could never beat that. Nor could it beat Lamplighter Rogue. Now, I do think this deck would still struggle to beat Lamplighter Rogue. Rogue has many ways to bounce that card back, so it gives me an opportunity, though, to beat those decks. Also, against the other equivalent control decks, if I can steal someone's Hydration Station, that is really, really, really important. Also, just playing this out on 3, sometimes against aggro decks, is at least a body on the board and could help me discover a spell from my deck like Holy Nova, or the Serenity, which I think both will be very good with dealing with pirates. Then, another card I was considering is... Firstly, Zilliax was a card I was considering adding, but I'm actually not sure about putting Zilliax in the deck because I want to have the Aman'thul Yogg be my most expensive cards. One of the other cards I was considering putting in here is Dirty Rat. Basically a mainstay of Priest decks from the past. And I think Dirty Rat, funnily enough, is one of the reasons why the Control Priest deck is not performing as well as it once was. Basically, you used to Dirty Rat into... I can't be able to converting this to wild now. The 1-mana spell from Priest that did damage equal to the attack of the minion you were targeting. And generally speaking, for the most situations, especially with key big cards, minions have more attack than health. So it was almost always a 3-mana, take a guy from your opponent's hand and destroy it. And that was really good for disruption. Now, though, Priest does not have a lot of good options of removal. This gets me down to, like, the odd cards I'm considering starting off with. One of the other cards I'm considering throwing into the deck right now is Funhouse Mirror, just because I don't think there's many better ways in Priest to remove a single target guy for a cheap amount of mana than Funhouse Mirror. The other card that I'm like eyeing up right now is the Invasive Shadeleaf, which I think most other people would run. We might want to run both, though, to be fair. So I'm actually going to drop Funhouse Mirror into the deck. And I think I might also throw in the Invasive Shadeleaf. Again, this pulls me now back to the control side of things. I think Harmonic Pop is too slow for this deck. And generally speaking, you need to deal with either very small minions or ginormous minions. And I think Harmonic Hip Hop, it's not called Harmonic Hip Hop, is it? What are you called? Harmonic Pop, sorry. Hip Hop is the row card, right? I think Harmonic Pop is pretty good for dealing with these like mid-range minions, but not great in the other situations. And again, turn 6 versus an aggro deck, you might not see it against the pirate deck, so I think it's a little bit too slow. Now, I think this is not, other than the fact it's 31 cards, necessarily a bad place to start with before we start iterating upon this. There are still a few other cards I wouldn't mind trying to get into the deck. Like, I wouldn't mind potentially putting Lazul in and trying to discover some more value from my opponents. Maybe that is something we could consider. Because one of the other cards I'm actually considering removing is Creation Protocol. I know it's a lot of value. You're right, it's an insane amount of value. The problem is, it's simply too slow. I don't think Priest has time to play a Creation Protocol, forge it that is, and then play it. And I think with me removing Ignis from the deck, because I think the forge mechanic is just too slow for the current set, that I'd be tempted to remove the Creation Protocols. Now this looks crazy, but then you have to bear in mind compared to old Control Priest, they didn't have Rest in Peace. So I can actually get the Amanthuls back to some degree. Not quite as many as I could with Control Protocol, but it's still going to be a lot of Titans coming out of the deck, right? And then I have to do one final check. Am I going to go with this for the starters? We have the Crimson Clergy. I think it's worth keeping that right now. I did consider dropping all of that package, though, the drawing package, and just trying to steal cards. So I think that's maybe somewhere where we go after this. Try and get Psychic Conjurers in the deck, maybe. I've already thrown a Lazul in the deck, and we'll just try and generate some value to find answers. Thrive in Shadows as well, tempting to remove it. It's a little bit of a slower card. But I think for now, it's not too bad, especially if I'm going to keep Love Everlasting, which I think I will do for now as well. Maybe this is a reasonable place to start with, and we'll work from here. Control Priest, version 1. And we need an appropriate portrait. We have to be the Lifeguard Hadanis. No, we'll be Mystical Mystery Ball, actually. That's more apt, I think. Just trying to think, is there any other cards I would drop? Oh, by the way, Repackage I'm going to leave in the deck. It's, again, very slow to deal with, you know, the small swarming board of guys. However, if I get into the situation where Unkilliax is on board, it's a good way to stall for some time with the repackage. Put it back into my opponent's deck. They have to spend the 2 mana tax to get it out of the repackage. And then maybe during that time I get Aman'thul or Yogg Saron. That is the dream right now. There are other cards I'm considering throwing in there. Like, on my radar, stuff like Namili, but I think Namili might be too slow for the current meta as well. I mentioned I was considering putting Unkilliax in there as well, but I don't want it to be pulled out again by the Resurrect card. Glowstone Gyro might actually be good enough for the deck, just for the quick draw effect. We'll have to, like, play it by eye. But I think for now, this is okay. Yeah, let's go with this. And we'll have a look at our early game. See how often I get off this draw with Fan Club plus Crimson Clergy. Actually, that might be too slow as well. You know what? Before I do this, maybe I will drop the draw synergy. And I'll just go for Discover Random Stuff synergy. And put in 2 Psychic Conjurers. I don't think there's anything else great in the 1-drop range. Yeah. I could throw in... False Disciple. Because, logically speaking, if I don't draw cards from my deck, it means I can beat control decks by fatigue. And discovering a card is not that far away from drawing a card. Obviously it is, because when you draw a card, you're putting a card that is synergizing with the rest of the cards in your deck. But maybe we can make that work. Any other good idea for 1-drops? Could throw in an Armor Vendor. I don't need Frequency Oscillator. That doesn't really help me. You know what? Scarab Keychain? Some Highlander decks run that card. I could see it in this deck. Discover a 2-cost card that could be a Creator Guide card. I don't have to put it in my base deck. Tidepool Pupil is another one which actually I should probably consider. But I don't have a lot of spells in my deck anymore, funnily enough, after all of this. But be able to get another Rest in Peace. I can see that. You know what? Fight. Scarab Keychain and Tidepool Pupil will put you against one another. I think this is reasonable. Tidepool is more of a value option. Scarab is more of a proactive option, so it does give me 3 proactive 1-drops, which is pretty good against the aggro decks, right? Or at least that is the theory. By the way, as of recording this, there isn't a Hearthstone patch. I don't know when I'm going to upload this. I'm probably going to try and get this up on a Wednesday for YouTube. What are the odds I get Priest? I was waiting to see if there was a patch today as of the Tuesday, but there has not been one, so.
And neither will you. Where will
okay, I'm going to assume, based on the fact that my opponent is a priest, that they are going to be the Dragon Priest deck, Zarimi Priest. In which case, if I can Dirty Rat the Zarimi, we win. Probably. Ah, you don't expect this priest, do you? And as I said, here's a Creation Protocol. Hot off the press. Holy shit, I think it's a Control Priest. What are the odds I would match up against a Control Priest? Come on. If that's the case, I have to sort of like... I have to be somewhat greedy. That's so funny. Ah, Viper's another card I could have considered putting in this deck. I probably should have ETC in here with a sideboard as well, but I think we need to build a baseline deck before I worry about the sideboard and see what I lose to. And to be fair, the decks I lose to are probably going to be combo decks. Holy shit, it's Control Priest. I'm actually stunned. I think in that case, we want Funhouse Mirror of those 3 cards. Because that is the one that will generate them a lot of value from my Titans. I might lose this matchup because I've tried to pull my deck away from control towards... I say control. I've pulled it towards trying to deal with the early game aggression. So if they've gone for a greedier control list than I have, we're going to lose. And that would be a little bit upsetting. Anyway, we'll go with the Serenity here. This card will have no value going forwards. That's incredible.
I can feel the magic.
You dirty ratted my dirty rat, you swine. Honestly, Serenity might be the right play again here. Put a bit of aggression on, because I'm probably the more aggressive of the 2 decks. 3. I nearly made a colossal mistake that I was not paying attention to my hand. I'll take 2 of you. I will coin out Serenity, I think, and push damage.
Decline.
I guess Love of Everlasting actually is probably an outlier card now. Because I removed a lot of the expensive spells. It's really only good for Shade Leaf and Repackage right now. So maybe that is something I will remove as well. Wow, they're running the Scarab as well. Okay. Ramses. Is that why you're a priest? You're called Ramses? Right, having some small issues.
I ain't talking. I ain't talking. I can't.
This is such a stupid game. I need to be very careful of hand size. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying not to get too greedy with my cards, except for the ones I think I need to greed onto their titles.
Pick the ones.
Namely, I'm trying to save the 2 Funhouse mirrors.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
For... Yeah, I'm okay with this. Draw last, I suppose. Okay, they're running the Gyre Worm. This seems like very classical Control Priest. Oh, wait, is it Highlander? I think it's Highlander Control. Okay. Honestly, it's going to be interesting to see if we can beat this. Because I don't have Reno. And that's going to be a very big deciding factor. Possibly the biggest deciding factor, in fact. So much so that I'm beginning to wonder... Well, there goes Love Everlasting, by the way. Yeah, we should remove Love Everlasting. I've not got enough spells to even make it work. It does make me wonder whether or not I have to be the aggro deck. That's a big problem in the mirror matchup. But that's not a great outcome for my opponent. This is a good outcome for me. 5 attack. It's only good against Yogg, right? But they probably have Ziliax as well. I'm going to take Ruin just because it protects me from harm. And we're going to be super chill. I could Power Chord Synchronize my banker to steal more cards, but I think I do need more Amanthuls. My opponent passes. Snap, I may do the same thing. Because I can't play into Puppet Theater right now.
Decline.
Come on, share.
This is going to get weird. I think if my opponent is passive again, I'm going to hit the banker. Never mind. I just can't do anything right now. 3, 6, 9. Because I can't play Yogg into that.
Touring grunge wave is more my vibe.
I'm actually not entirely certain what I'm going to do about Puppet Theatre. I guess get my own Puppet Theatre is sort of the solution. Because then I can just steal back what he steals from me. Maybe as well when it was closed I should have played my Yogg and got a turn of value from it. It's actually really scary to play Aman'thul into this as well. That's actually a good play. I think that might have been what I did. I pass. I can't play any of my minions. This is certainly a game right now. What's worse as well is Rest in Peace will get back Glowstone Gyroworm, which I don't want. I don't really want to play Thrive. I don't want to draw through my deck, but I might have to. I can't believe I got into Control Priest as the first deck. I'm actually stunned. It's so few people are playing it. Gorgonzorma would be an interesting add as well to the deck for value. Right. So definitely a Highlander deck. I think I'm guaranteed to lose this, you know. Because the Reno is just going to kill me. Unless I kill my own Yogg. Is that the genius play here? Is to kill my own Yogg? You know what? It might be. I didn't want to do that, but I had to burn a card. Then again, what am I doing with the Yogg? This is such an unhinged matchup right now. Ah, oh my god, I've got all the Funhouse mirrors. Okay, you're gonna think this is stupid, but I think the correct play is just to kill this. That is actually troll if it killed me. Oh my god. Oh, it's enemy minion anyway. My bad. Okay. I actually didn't know that was enemy minion only. We lose. Because he's going to steal Yogg. Unless the Yogg effects do weird shit. That's my win condition now. Yogg does weird shit. Because I can Yogg the Yogg back, but then he's just going to steal the Yogg back with the 1/1 Yogg. It's basically just endless Yogg. Well, that is a misplay. I can tell you that for certain. That's actually a really bad play, I think, for my opponent. Because the Yogg is now down on my side of the board, which means that Rest in Peace will pull out Yoggs. So I could just Yogg for the rest of the game.
What must
And my
I
opponent's
do?
highest cost minion is Hipster, I think. It's Nemelia. Yogg, don't kill yourself, please, buddy. I'm just toying with whether or not I want to heal the Yogg, but I don't think I do. I think I'm okay for it to die. So I knew that was going to happen, but I'm...
Madness will consume you!
What was that meant to be?
The crazy thing is, it might work. Okay. Ooh. Random spell. Need to check for counter. How big was... whatchamacallit? Natalie's an 8, so I still get Yogg back. It is counter. 3, 6, 9. I'm being sincere here. I think the correct play is to pass again. I'm gonna fatigue the opponent. That is the game plan. The problem is, I think Yogg will just outvalue me. Oh, so will Ignis, for that matter, because I don't have the Viper. Interesting. Potentially good. Do I want a copy of that? Does that get stupid? Yes, I think I want a copy of it. And then steal it. I have a plan. That's what I wanted. Don't kill my board. It's a good start. That's fine. It's fine. Hand size? Not hand size? Alright, we'll get Puzzle Master Khadgar for value reasons. And... give me one of these, please. So I'm fully expecting my opponent just to steal Aman'thul back here. And then remove my 2 guys, but... sure. If you want to get into that game, I'll get into that game. Well, Aman'thul all the way down, okay? Sure.
There's simply nothing I can do.
That's unfortunate for you, because all the spells in my deck are bad. 2 of the repackaged boxes, though. Wow, are you gonna leave the guy up? Wow. Khadgar, I believe. Khadgar only ever has good ideas. I'm actually toying with, again, taking Benevolent, but I think it's the wrong play. It's really close, though.
Don't use your head. Mine.
And the Funhouse Mirror has a chance right now of giving me an Aman'thul back. But it's not guaranteed. I also don't want to commit too heavily to the board right now. Cool. It's funny. I need the hand space though, please. Please and thank you. I will clear. I think this is fine. I'm pretty certain Aman'thul is the card I want to copy, not Yogg. Because Aman'thul can remove 2 cards. Yogg effectively removes 1 card. By the way, Khadgar Counterspell would have been good. Actually, I don't think you can do Counterspell. I think we've had this discussion many times. Khadgar's an interesting shout for a copy as well. Just try and kill him with mystical balls. You know what, actually, that might be the right play. Because that does damage. It's going to be dead, but it does damage. That's sort of unfortunate. Okay. The entire board is frozen in a Priest v Priest matchup. Okay, sure.
Make haste.
This is probably an Aman'thul turn again. I can't really leave 2 Yoggs on the board. It is unfortunate I actually put this up to 5.
The time waits. Reveal Azeroth's potential.
But I'm still making that Deadpool pretty bad right now. Which actually, I guess now that I think about it, maybe I shouldn't be doing. Boom Boss is 100% the card we take. I need to burn a card. And the only way to burn a card right now is to rest in peace, so goodbye, rest in peace. Please stop! Stop generating me shit! Okay, well... You know what? The only card in my deck that's any good is Aman'thul. And I don't desperately need Aman'thul anymore. Oh, I've realized a problem here. I can't play Boom Boss until Puppet Theatre goes. I have to make my opponent burn the last use of Puppet Theatre. Because otherwise I'll lose. Okay. Well, I say that. It increases my chances of losing dramatically. Yes! No, yes! Wow, they left Aman'thul. Interesting choice. This is huge. This unironically is a win condition.
Potential. A world cleansed of evil.
My hand is full.
Fine, didn't need it. Three, 6, 9. I can't puppet theater their guy right now. Blizzard. Oh, you can do counterspell when you want to. Okay. You dweeb. Also, now that I think about it, they go into their deck now, right? That shows you how much I play Highlander Warrior. The last time I played this, it went into your deck. Either way, it's good. I think I would have copied an Aman'thul, though, and just overdrawn. Because my opponent's a Highlander deck, so I know all they have right now is Reno, which is kind of why I want to use my Puppet Theater, because it's going to get Reno'd away. They still have a weapon in their hand, by the way. I assume my opponent thinks I've got Rustrot Viper. Oh, that's a card I should steal.
Heroes that champion order.
Or I just Boom Boss.
Heroes that champion
I think I just Boom Boss. I just Boom Boss. And I Puppet an Aman'thul. And I remove the Unkilliax. Just before I do this, what have you got left? Copy and copy. Okay. You two don't matter. So it is Aman'thul I want to clear here, I think. Nearly fucked up. Jotun is funny, but bad. Project 9 is also bad. I guess we're going to be Hodair. And I don't trust Wisdom Ball.
My hand is full.
So my opponent's going to intentionally try to overdraw. That, I guess, is their out. So I just need to put pressure on my opponent now. To make them spend cards to win the game.
It is finished. You win.
Not gonna lie, slightly lucky. I'm pretty certain if I didn't generate Boom Boss, I would have lost. Then again, my opponent also misplayed. I'm 99% certain. And actually, maybe that's another advantage of this Control Priest deck. That because I can put in more of the Puppet Theaters, I can actually somewhat outvalue them to some degree. Anyway, I'll keep this as version 1, but obviously we don't need Love Everlasting. It's not got enough spells in the deck. What was the card I said I was going to throw in instead? Oh, I think I said I was going to put another Scarab Keychain in, but actually the one of was not bad there. I think I can live with it. Funnily enough, another card and package I was considering throwing into the deck, and I haven't put it in yet, is Hot Coals. I don't have any ways to enable it in my deck right now, but 3 mana 2 to all enemies is Consecration, and that might be good enough to see playing Priest right now, even if I can't hit the rest of the effect. I think for now, though, some card that generates me some degree of value. Narain does generate me some value. Maybe there is a world for Narain in this deck, and it is just simply to be played as a 4-mana 4/4 that occasionally does something good for me. Okay, you know what we'll put into the deck? Where are you, Viper? That's actually a general... an actual concern, sorry. Okay, so we've made a change. We've taken out Love Everlasting, which literally did nothing for me. And Viper's gone in. I'll keep it as the version 1 deck. That's not a big enough change to make a difference.
Lazul versus
Okay.
the Lich King.
There's a few flavors of Death Knight right now. Most of them are the Rainbow Death Knight decks. There are some people playing Death Rattle. If it's Death Rattle, we probably want some early game removal. I guess Disruption doesn't really matter. You know what? I'm going to keep this hand. Because if it's Rainbow Death Knight, it's Climatic Necrotic Explosion I need to disrupt. So I need to make sure that I draw the Benevolent Banker and play it as the quick draw effect. Which means I don't want to risk drawing it on my mulligan. This is good enough to deal with early aggression. I can coin into the Holy Nova or coin into the Funhouse Mirror to remove a guy. And I've also got the coin if I draw Banker. Basically, as long as I don't draw Banker on turn 1, Q drawing Banker, I think we're fine.
I grant you permission to speak.
How are you doing?
There is also the freezy, blizzardy Death Rattle deck. I actually don't know how I would play against that one. Speaking of which, it is the slower deck. Slower, faster deck, sorry, I think. I don't think that's worth killing with the coin. I reckon I can get more value from the coin.
You won't find fire magically aged cheese.
I could potentially set up some sort of repackage here. Maybe I'll try and save coin for repackage. Do I want to prove that I'm a pro gamer? I'll take Panna. People honestly see Panna and shit themselves. They're like, oh my god, I have to kill that Panna. It's basically a 1-2 with Taunt.
You could use a string.
Okay, so it's Rainbow. Nice. That's the Holy Nova, if I ever saw a Holy Nova.
You could use a string. Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Wow. You know what? Marin's an interesting idea for this deck as well. I didn't even consider it. Oh no, it's not a good idea because it's 7 mana. I was right not to consider it. Alright, this is probably Serenity now. You can kind of see, though, why Control Priest isn't really working well right now. I've sort of had the answers to deal with the early game aggression, and I'm still getting my ass kicked.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Horizon's Edge. Okay. Next turn, I think I coin Marin. We'll go... Oh, do I want to play Marin then? I'm gonna have to coin repackage, it turns out. Serenity leaves 4 on the board. I could Serenity heal. Drops me down to 7 next turn. And I say it leaves me at 4. They can also push the button. Sorry, they can do 4, they can do 5, so it can leave me on 6. That's probably lethal. Because I have to weave a heal in now. If only I had 1 more mana. Anything I can do here? Because Marin can't save me, because I can't play anything that comes from Marin.
What do the cards
Shadeleaf. Shadeleaf doesn't save me. Because they have 5 guaranteed if I don't clear 3. So I guess it's Dirty Rat Shadeleaf. But that doesn't save me either. I need to heal. So it's Dirty... I think we're dead. So I think it's Dirty Rat. That's interesting.
The end is near.
Strictly speaking, I'm not dead on board.
We do what the living cannot.
I'm now dead on board. By the 50-50. Okay. I'll leave it with this for now. We'll keep going. There's a world where the healing aspect would have been nice there, but... Did they just get a good draw, or did I... I guess I could have cleared a board 1 turn earlier, and I didn't. And it caused me to take a little bit of extra damage.
In inevitability.
Where will fate take us?
Okay, in this matchup, I don't want the Benevolent Banker in my hand. I kind of need to draw into it to disrupt my opponent. Most warriors are slow, though, so... I don't need a particularly... Not aggressive, but you know what I mean. I can kind of be greedy with the hand I have. Alright, so this is Unkilliax. Maybe I should have actually kept the Aman'thul, because that is one of my conditions versus that deck is. I will just use Aman'thul to remove it. I do have the repackages, though, to stall.
I ain't talking.
Wow, my opponent is so fucking lucky.
Heal the magic.
There's simply nothing I can do.
I don't know what I want out of these. Brawl isn't that good into me. Nor is Sanitize. I mean, I can't use Sanitize, right? Brawl... I probably don't ever want to play Brawl in this matchup. I guess it's Slam.
Job's done.
On the flip side, it's denying my opponent cards, but I don't think my opponent would ever want to play Brawl or...
Stop and
What's his name?
smell.
Sanitize. And we can generally just be a little bit chill right now. It's fine. It's all good. We might as well swing into this one time, because they can make the trade if they want to make the trade into me. Coin Chemical Spill is the scary play right now. It's probably Sanitize. Okay. Holy Nova seems like a reasonable play right now. I could also Shade Leaf, because do I really care about any other minion in that deck? Then again, the Nova is pretty good right now. We trade into the 1/3 Nova, leave a 2/4 on board. I get a 2/4 as well. There is a world where I should steal a Dirty Rat as well, so I can Dirty Rat Aman'thul. Wow, that's in their deck. Okay, they have Gorgon... Not Gorgonzomu. The monster cheese guy is in that deck. Which, again, is good with repackaging. Okay, I'm going to steal a rat.
Declined.
We are not going to play the rat yet. I told you to play my other Puppet Theatre as well. That might have been a better play.
There's always room for dessert.
That's probably not a good steal.
Decline.
The reason I say that's not a good steal is I'm pretty certain they have Ziliax in hand because I saw them draw a rush minion. And they drew the other taunt minion, which was going to be the monster cheese. Basically, I think Ham wouldn't hit anything important. It was somewhat painful, though, to lose Bank, because I really want to hit... Actually, was it a problem to hit Banker? No, it wasn't. I want to deny them Fizzle somehow, but if I'm going to deny them Fizzle, I need to Dirty Rat it. For now, we can be super, super chill. I could also Dirty Rat into repackage to get another guy in hand in the package. Just makes my opponent's life harder. I think I won't do that, though. I also don't think I'm going to steal Ziliax. I don't think there's enough value. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. If I do steal Ziliax or Unkilliax... No, I should steal it. I've changed my mind entirely. Because I could still boom in the future and become my opponent.
Relaxation for all.
But still Marin as well. I think that is the wrong play, though. Now, I did not expect you to have Bran in your deck. I will... Wait, what Ziliax did you play? You're not playing the Battlecry Ziliax in that deck? I'm a little bit salinated by that. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not a Highlander deck, otherwise I could steal the Bran, which would be very funny. I think I'm gonna go double Shade Leaf here.
Your demise be near.
Yoink. That's funny. Okay, I need to make a decision fairly soon then. To pivot basically to a Ziliax deck. Basically become my opponent. But I believe before I do that, I have to remove their Unkilliax from the game. Oh, there's Unkilliax back again. I also should not give them Lazul if that situation arises. Wow. That's in your deck. These Serenities, I think, have no use. I could be wrong.
Predictable.
My hand is stuffed.
The trade is fine. The real smart play for my opponent, I don't know if he can do it, is kill his own Unkilliax here. The real dumb play is to not even break the Divine Shield to try and kill your own Unkilliax. Sure. I'm just trying to decide if I want to give him a Dirty Rat. I think I don't. We are really just an Aman'thul waiting room right now. You know what I can do, though? Dirty Rat now.
I ain't talking.
I was trying to hit Boom, because if I can disrupt Boom as well, that's a fine combo. I thought we knew they had it in hand. Actually, now that I think about it, we checked deck, right? Did I not get... Oh, no, I didn't get you from a Conjurer. It is in hand. I got it from Lazul. So I should Dirty Rat again. And if I miss the Dirty Rat, I should power code Synchronize it and do it again. Oh my god, this rat is so filthy.
I ain't talking.
You know what is even funnier? If I do one of those as well. What is the biggest thing they've had die? It's Marin, right? Oh no, it's Bran. I'm just gonna mirror that. I prefer to get Yogg, but it's not a guarantee I get Yogg anymore. We know they have Brawl in the deck, but does this matter anymore? You know what? I've changed my mind. I'm becoming a better warrior than the warrior. Oh my god, this is cathartic. I just need to draw Aman'thul or Yogg, and my opponent will cry. Unless they have Yogg, in which case they'll steal one of my Unkilliaxes. Oh, they're gonna steal one of my Unkilliaxes. I need to steal it back. I nearly played my other Dirty Rat as well as the sad thing. Did they top deck? Maybe they top decked. Oh my god, that's horrible news. Well, could be worse. I do get a free Dirty Rat here. Alright, the Unkilliax is going to go into the death pool, I suppose. because I can't really stop it. 4, 3, yeah, that's fine.
They're alive.
Wow. Okay, we want that to die.
Significant. Insignificant.
Alright. Enjoy the death pool. That makes my life considerably harder, but at the very least I've disrupted Boom, so they won't get it back via Boom. It's just 2 hydration stations I need to deal with now. And I have my own Boom coming back. The other downside for this is Rest in Peace will give them a Unkilliax back as well now, which I don't want.
It's against me.
Viper. Next turn I get Aman'thul. Just pain. Okay. I really want to play Yogg before I play Rest in Peace now, because I'd prefer to get Yogg from the Rest in Peace. It's a 50-50, I think, but you never know. My opponent has also decided to clear their own board, which is an interesting strategy. Wow. That's lucky. Okay. Pressure! More pressure! I'll hold Divine Shield on one of them. Is there a reason for me to get Dirty Rat again? Actually, there's a reason to get Saloon Brewmaster to get me another use of Aman'thul, because it won't ever come out of my death pool now. That's fine. The Unkilliax is already in the pool, so I don't care about you killing your own Unkilliax. This could go wrong for my opponent as well. If they get a 10 cost from this, which they didn't. Wow. I don't think that works, right?
Magic.
Wait, does that work? Wait. Did that work? Did they get a ton of Unkilliaxes? Because that would make me a little bit upset.
Perfection. 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 Potential.
More?
Together in harmony.
That's incredible.
Who's ready for another round?
Insignificant.
Wait, that is actually really incredible. Don't I get the Brewmaster played again? Holy shit, that did work. They have so many Unkilliaxes. So, when I play Sasquatch, Sasquatch, I will get Aman'thul and a bounce card back. I think the bounce will be random, though. But I don't think you can miss, realistically. So I should... The trade doesn't matter, I think. But if it hits Sasquatch...
Who's ready for another round?
Reveal Azeroth's potential.
I thought when he said repeat, the effect of the battle cry went as well with it.
A world cleansed of evil.
Tide Pool is the only one cost in my hand. But that might actually be good enough. Stupidly. If I can get a Rest of Peace... Yeah, I think I actually have to go for this in some stupid, twisted, roundabout way. It's the correct play.
I need a target.
The real twisted thing is, what I want to do is play Yogg, play Rest in Peace after the Yogg dies, Rest in Peace goes into Tide Pool, then copy Tide Pool, because that is the most value I can get. I don't know why my opponent is not playing Hydration Station. I assume they're waiting for Boom. That's my other concern. Or Boom Boss, to be more accurate. I'm one off lethal. Seven, 13, 15.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
I don't think I can go for it.
The end is near.
Together in harmony. Insignificant.
Faster. I need this hit Boom Boss. If it hits Boom Boss, we win. So I think that's my loss condition now. Also, if we could synchronize the Boom Boss, which we can't now, we also win. Where is Yogg? I so desperately require you, Yogg. You have no idea.
The time reveal Azeroth's potential.
Boom Boss.
Of evil.
We take the value option, I guess.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Incredible. We're just gonna beat my opponents down with a Boom Boss. Here's the question. And I think I know the answer. Do I Freya my hand to get 2 Boom Bosses? I think the answer to that is no, because their deck is 2 TNTs right now. They only have 5 cards in hand.
Have this in a bigger size?
What are they doing?
Getting a little light on cut. I'm out.
Okay, we win. I guess now that I think about it, they are a Highlander deck, so they only had one hydration station. I guess they're not running Fizzle. Oh no, poor warrior. They had to hit a 1-2 with their Unkilliax. Well, that's every card in their deck removed, so they can't win anymore.
Job's done.
Little light on cards here. I'm out.
Okay, we just don't ever play Rest in Peace. And we win. I could have a crack at trying to finish Eudora's quest, which would be funny, by copying the Eudora. You know what? Stop that armor game. I don't respect that.
I found a sea urchin.
And it turns out we don't want Rest in Peace. We'll take Shade Leaf. And I'll hit you for 7. Yogg was the last card. I don't know why I'm thinking about this so much. They have 0 cards, and I'm like, oh, what if they, what if they do this? What if they play Brawl now? They die in the next turn. There is no out for them.
Nature, all flourish under my care.
Wait, did that reset the quest?
Never give up. Run away.
Because I thought Eudora would have counted as part of her quest line, but I guess it overwrote it. I actually don't know how that works. All I do know is the sound of victory, and that was the sound of victory. Excuse me? Strengths. Healing, Death Rattle, card copying, single minion buffs, board clears. Have you ever looked through the Priest class right now, Hearthstone devs, and checked the single minion buffs in Priest? Because there aren't many good ones. Honestly, there's not particularly great healing either in Priest right now. Anyway. Stealing boom bosses, though, there's plenty of that. That should be what the tech thing says. Oh my god. It's just warriors! Is that the... Oh no, it's not the 3rd time I played warrior.
Take us.
Okay, the same thing holds true, though. I don't need anti-aggro, but at the same time, I don't want to draw my... I don't want to draw my Banker, because Banker's actually pretty good into this matchup. And also... Sorry, I'm just turning the fan on. Also, the matchup is probably slow. So I don't need to worry about it. We can just chill for a while. I also had coin Shade Leaf, but I'd like to save the coin for repackaging. I think other things I discovered in that previous matchup is that we could Puppet Theatre the Zilliax. Like, it's not a bad outcome, I still don't think it's the best. I actually think Dirty Rat might have been a better play. 3, 8. To try and disrupt the combo and set up situations where I can Dirty Rat into Repackage or Dirty Rat into Yogg or Dirty Rat into Aman'thul. This is Highlander again as well. I'm 100% certain. Two Renegade, 6 armor, sure. Don't worry, warrior. But I'm not worried about your health right now. Far from it.
The future is clear. Your demise be near.
We want dirty rats. See a dirty rat, take a dirty rat. 3, 6, 9. I don't know why I find it so funny, dirty rat into dirty rat. It makes me smile inside, especially when my opponent didn't trade first. So, oh, you fucked up a little bit there, didn't you? Anyway. You know what? I should steal the dirty rat again.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Three, 6, 9. Okay. Just trying to sort out the order here. Because that's probably Bellowing Flames. It's got a decent chance of being Bellowing Flames. I do need to burn a card now, though. Which is fine. I'll just throw away the coin. And actually, if I throw away the coin, I'll heal myself.
The end is near.
There's no point in healing the dirty rat, because if it's sanitized, it dies. If it's Bellowing Flames, it still dies at 6. Okay, it was Bellowing. So it was going to die anyway. If it took it above Bellowing Flames range, I would have healed it. So rest in peace, I want to save for the Zilliaxes. The Zilliaxes, sorry, the Yoggs and the Amanthuls of the world. I guess we're going to play Hammer here. Holy Nova and Serenity have no value in this matchup whatsoever. Funhouse Mirror has a minor use, but I've already got a lot of single target removal. I'll take Serenity with the intention I'm probably just going to burn the card. I don't need to swing, because who cares? 3, 6, 9. And next turn I can Dirty Rat and try and disrupt, because if I get a bad result, I'll just use Repackage.
Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me.
This is reasonable for Funhouse Mirror as well. I don't think there's a particular minion in that deck that I'm looking to mirror. And I don't want to steal it either. I could Shade Leaf it though, if I had 6. Okay, this looks stupid, but I don't need Serenity. I could have done it with the Shade Leaf and a swing as well. But I'll save it. The main reason I grabbed Serenity was actually to throw it away, because I really didn't need the other spells. Right, what would my opponent grab from their ETC in this matchup? It's probably something more value generating. It was a shield block. I guess it's more value generating. Wow. Oh, they had the burner card. Okay, I see the problem. I see the issue we're having right now. So Yogg is a really important card. I can't lose the Yogg. I can't throw away the rest of the repackages. I think we just burn Holy Nova and pass. Next turn I can Dirty Rat into Yogg though. Wow. That's not very good. Slightly annoying now that I don't have any of my AoEs, but whatever. Ooh, change of plans. We're gonna banker. Yeah.
There's simply nothing I can do.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't really need it if I steal the Zilliax, but just in case they do some funky shit. Let me do that. I guess this is suitable single target. Okay, that's fine. Well, this is Unkilliax. So we just need to steal this, and we win. Is my logic. And I shouldn't take a 1-1 copy of it. It's more despairing if I steal Boom. We're gonna ignore that. Wow. The other funny thing I can do now is, because you have Rush, right? Boom boss? I'm gonna lose. I'm going to lose. I've actually just destroyed my opponent. Like, what do you say about that? Other than GG. Unless he can steal the Zilliax back, it's actually game. And even if he steals Zilliax back, who cares? Bran is too slow. I know you have a Bran in hand as well. No, you don't. Sorry, I stole it with Dirty Rat. I'm so fucking confused. Well, that is going to be despair for my opponent. I simply have too many cards right now. I'm not really playing into the brawl particularly well. Oh, you know what I do want? I've just realized what the card is I want. None of these. I guess I'll take that. I'll find it eventually. I won't find it at all. If I could have got Synchronize, it would have been funny. I've got Synchronize in my hand. Am I stupid? Am I blind? I'm so blind.
The end is near.
Okay.
I am all around the insignificant.
Wow, Dirty Rat. Rat Trap. That's going to be annoying for my opponent to play around. Because they're going to have to assume it's Ice Trap and, you know, that type of thing, Freezing Trap. Little do they know it's a rat. My board is filled with rats. And also, if they play 3 cards while my board is full, it won't trigger. So they might not notice. Okay, I expected the brawl. I didn't play around it particularly well. The rat lives though, baby. Oh, wow.
magic.
You got a tide pool pupil. What have you put in your tide pool pupil? Have you put an alternate win condition in there? Because otherwise you're in trouble. Oh no! A rat trap has appeared. Yes, my deck is full of rats. I probably wouldn't draw either right now, opponent. Just throwing that out there, because yeah, you might hit the TNTs. I guess the final thing that could annoy me is Reno, but realistically, it's over. Wow. What were the odds? 1 in 3. Oh, Ignis would have been pretty annoying. Anyway, we'll play Boom Boss. Three and 1. Have I broken the game before the patch even came out? Is this the meta breaker? Spoilers, I don't think it is. We've just been looking to not go up against aggro. I've basically been in a control deck going up against control decks 3 times out of 4. And the one time I went up to aggro, I lost. Okay, here's going to be an interesting one. I think we're going to lose this matchup. This gets me back towards why I think...
Where will fate take us?
That's interesting. Why I don't think this deck is going to work particularly well. I think aggro decks can run over my control deck. This is probably the one matchup where single target removal would be nice. I don't think I want 2 dirty rats. I don't think we're going to get to turn 9 is the sad thing. And this gets back to the dirty rat. If I could dirty rat something and...
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Remove it for 1 more mana, then that's fine. Awful roll, by the way. But I can't. I need 4 extra mana.
They happen, you know?
I do need to make the decision right now. And that is the decision I'm going to make. The decision was whether or not I pulled the minions out with Dirty Rat before they could buff them anymore. And if I could hit Leroy, it'd look bad, but it'd actually not be a bad roll.
Speak to me.
That I think I coined Shade. You know what? I'm giving myself every opportunity to win this. I think the matchup is about... I'd almost go as far to say I think it's 65% in their favor. Because I've built my deck to deal with the pirates, not buffed minions.
To perfection.
Okay, so that's going to be the brush. Viper? Not Viper. So pulling out something with Dirty Rat is probably not a bad idea right this second. Because I have a bottle of juice.
I ain't talking.
That's probably the worst thing I could have hit, is the funny thing. I think that changes my strat. I'll protect my minion on board. I'm getting close to Aman'thul, though. I think as soon as I get to the range where Aman'thul can come online, then the matchup flips towards my favor. Especially now.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Cult Neophyte is actually irrelevant in this matchup. Because that deck will have no spells in it. Slash, maybe they run mining casualties, that's it. It's literally only minions and weapons. I like the tech, though, from the hand buff deck. I played off camera against someone I think it was off camera, that was running Customs Enforcer. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? He beat me because I was playing OTK Druid, or Combo Druid. But I was like, that's crazy tech. Okay.
I found a sea urchin.
Holy Nova wouldn't be bad right now, but do I just want invasive? I think I just want invasive. And don't worry about it. Yeah. Get it set up. Get it ready. The only thing that scares me right now is the combo wombo where they play Leroy into whatever it's called. It's not cover artist, it's the other one. Outfit tailor, is it? Well, that typically only does about 20 damage. So as long as I stay above 20, I think I'm fine. And I'm intrigued what my opponent does about this.
The time Azeroth's potential. Heroes that champion order.
We'll take Lazul, it's in my deck.
Come on, share. Come on, share.
Because one thing, and probably one thing alone, that hand buff Paladin doesn't really like in these, like, controllia matchups is his taunt. They don't want to take the 5 damage from swinging on the minion. And they do have some rush resources. They'll have Sanctuzel in there. They might have the plushie. But that's fine. As long as the... And I say as long as this lives, it doesn't super matter anymore. I just think my opponent will struggle to deal with Aman'thul right now. They could use their own Titan to deal with it. But even then, it's not an easy trade, right? Because he could only swing into the taunt minion. And if it lives, we're in a really good spot. Wow, keep his strength. Okay. That's irrelevant. Don't play it. Don't get baited. Rest in Peace is still really good here.
I ain't talking.
Not what I wanted to hit. And to be honest with you, I think I want to hit the draw. Because I simply don't care about the 8-7 right now.
A world cleansed of evil.
Come on, Laura. We're going on a cruise. Ah, you know what? That's actually good enough. I was going to play Cult Neophyte into them, but why? Just trade the minion off. That's fantastic.
Victory is yours.
We are the 35%. And holy moly, I climbed into gold. With Control Priest. There were those that said it wasn't possible. I was that so.
Lazul versus Lazul.
Control Priest v Control Priest, question mark.
Where will fate take us?
If it
Back to the
is
beginning,
Control
it
Priest v Control Priest, then this is fine. I think the thing that makes the biggest difference for me in that matchup is Benevolent Banker to deny my opponent 2 cards. I hate you. Which is only bad if I draw it early. You know what? We'll take a Travel Agent. Now, it's far more likely to be Zarimi Priest, but we've seen some weird shit today, so that would give me an idea, but I'll go on Curve.
What's your dream destination?
I guess we'll take Dangerous Cliffside, but it's pretty bad. Sanguine Depths is interesting. And Crimson Expanse is just too slow.
What must I do?
You know what? Change of heart. I actually think Sanguine Depths might be better.
The end is near.
Because I can Sanguine Depth something into Funhouse Mirror. Or I could just pop a minion with 1 health. Or I could buff my 2/2 next turn and just trade it into something. I am pretty certain it's a control deck. Zarimi Priest would have done something by now. That needs to go on board as a urgent matter.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Okay, it's a control deck. We have hand issues with this deck sometimes. I'm not going to blow this yet. I'll use it as a control option for a little bit.
The future is clear.
Uh-oh. My hand's pretty good right now. There's like the guarantee to get something good, because Aman'thul, Puppet Theatre, and Yogg are probably the 3 most important cards. Well, we'll play a Puppet Theatre. And do I want to copy Lazul? No. Do I want to ping it and then trade it into the Scarab? I think that's fine. I don't want to get too good to use Syndrome on that location. It's not very useful, to be honest with you. I kind of grabbed it because the other 2 options were really not good. And had the trade been a little bit better, I probably wouldn't have done that even.
There's simply nothing I can do.
Rest in Peace is the most important card, I think, in my deck. I can't deal with the 4/4, unfortunately. But as I implied in an earlier matchup, I think we probably need to be a bit more aggressive. Because they're probably greedier than I am. Great Serenity for them. I can't just play dirty right onto the board here. I think I can get more value out of Funhouse Mirror. I'd rather just take 4 damage again. And then play Aman'thul next turn. One thing I need to be slightly careful about is making sure an Aman'thul or a Yogg goes into the Death Rattle pool. Okay, they did get Puppet Theatre. That makes Aman'thul considerably more annoying to play. But maybe I'm fine, because I think this is a Highlander matchup. So I can just steal theirs back, right? Unless they kill their own guy, which I think with Priest is pretty hard. Let me try this. I'm actually just intrigued to see how this interaction will work out. There's no point in me doing that because he's just going to remove it on the other turn. But I think we just remove the 4/4. Wow, that is spicy. I think it's the wrong play. I'm pretty certain it's the wrong play. Well, maybe it isn't, because I have 2 copies of the Rest in Peace in my deck. I'm currently operating on the assumption they're a Highlander deck, so they only have 1 copy. So maybe if I just removed Aman'thul, my opponent would have cried. Like, surely they're going to copy Aman'thul here and steal it. Wow. Did not expect Death Roll. Okay, my opponent's misplayed again. It's now in my Death Rattle pool, which is fantastic news for me.
I ain't talking.
Was that
Is that meant to be your deck, opponent? Honestly, I don't know what to do with the information. I think I still make the same play. I don't know why that's in the deck, though, but it somewhat frightens me.
A world cleansed of evil.
the end is near?
They're all really bad. I guess Deathbringer is better, but it's still pretty bad. I'm actually going to take Rissa, because the other cards are simply too bad.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
And that is certainly a Highlander deck, because they're running Watcher. And you'd only run that in the Highlander deck. It also means they have Ignis, so I do need Viper at some point. Alright, now we can play this game, where I steal that Aman'thul and remove it from the game. The dream is never let an Aman'thul be in the Death Rattle pool, I think. A cool tech card for my opponent here would be location removal, but I think it's such a minor matchup, the Control Priest v Control Priest matchup. Like, it's a dead card in most decks.
The end is near.
Okay, we have Viper now. 3, 6, 10. Just let me make sure. I need a warning message when my hand has too many cards. Okay, what are we getting this time? Narain is pretty spicerific. I will take Narain. We will then be playing this. And I'm gonna greed. I'll do the Watcher thing. 3, 6, 9. Cool. Cool. Cool, cool. Cool 2-drop. It's fine. Don't care. Now, here's one interesting thing, and again, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. I think the removal of Creation Protocol has been a good idea. I think it's too slow against the aggro decks.
Can you feel the gift of the sun?
Equality is real good with Holy Nova.
No one moves like I do.
3. I guess I have to wait a turn in the rain here. Because I won't have hand space. I'm actually going to burn this, though. We'll put some pressure on my opponents. To be honest with you, I want this location off the board now, I think. In general. I guess I could equality ping something. Maybe I've been a little bit too hasty there. Whatever. There's Reno. Did anyone care about that Reno play? Because I didn't. Right, in this matchup, repackage is worthless-ish. Basically, we're just putting a dead card into their deck. Why are you still glowing? I'm also fine with this. My opponent playing Marin. Because they're going to draw 3 cards at some point. I think in this matchup, we actively don't want to draw 3 cards. It'd be an incredible Holy Nova right now. If we can top deck it. Wow. Okay. Need to note that as well. Serenity's a dead card in this matchup. I don't really want Yogg to go in the Death Rattle pool just yet. I could just innately play my Aman'thul.
What must I do?
Actually, I think I'm going to do that. Get your 1 copy of Aman'thul. That's fine. I will steal it later. That won't do anything. Oh no, it will. Synchronize will come back. Oh my god, it's too much value. I can't hold all of these cards. Fortunately, I don't really need to. My deck is pretty bad right now. Alright, we mill a card. My opponent mills a card, and it's actually probably the best card they could have milled. That's their Aman'thul, which is what I've been saving Funhouse Mirror for. It might turn out to not be a good play, though, funnily enough.
My hand is full.
It's actually not going to be a good play. I think stealing it is going to be a better play.
What must I do?
Yeah, I think I've greeded these Funhouse Mirrors too much. You know what? The other thing I could do, actually. Hang on a minute. Maybe I'm being a little bit dumb. No, I'm not. Because all they're going to do is... Wait, do they have another... They have an Aman'thul. We know that. They have another Aman'thul. So I can't just play Raiden onto the board until the Amanthuls go. I actually think this is fine, it turns out. Because I think this will get removed from play. That's pain. Well... Not as much pain as that was. Okay. It's irrelevant. Don't get the card anyway.
What do I do with all these cards?
So I now have Jerry, I have Midnight Wolf, I have Ysera, and Deathwing. Huh. And I still have Raiden. Oh, Raiden. Okay. Well, this game has got a little bit silly. What did I lose there? It doesn't tell me.
Potential. A world cleansed of evil.
My hand is full.
That's actually not the worst. That's gonna overdraw me again. No, these are gifts from Aman'thul, right? He hasn't got any more Amanthuls, I think. You know what? I'm actually at the point where I might just bin the card because... Oh no, I won't. I'll do this. I was toying with binning it because I need to get rid of cards. And I don't know which cards I can get rid of right now. Like, the Funhouse Mirrors, I need my opponent to have something on the board. I don't want to play the Wolf until I've played the Mirrors. Equality is kind of worthless. Especially if I don't have Holy Nova, and I burnt my Holy Nova.
The legacy of the Titan shall never die.
That's actually really funny. I think that is good for me. As in, that's very good for me. How many Amanthuls have died this game for me? Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to hold all these cards. I'm telling you that for certain. I can't hold all these cards. Actually, not as good as I thought it was going to be. Oh my god. That's going to be funny. I should probably just steal this to get it killed. Really?
Get up, that's right.
I don't need to know where I'm going. We just don't need Serenity. I have too many cards. Holy shit, I forgot that was going to get bounced back to my hand. I would have replayed it. My bad. Anyway, that was a pretty good series of events. The only sad thing was I got Yogg frozen. I'm pretty certain I'm being greedier, though, than my opponent. And that's all that matters right now. Be greedier than the opponent's control deck. They do have 15 cards in the deck. 3 of them are from... whatchamacallit? 3 of them are from... God, my brain. Marin. Ah, they got another Aman'thul. That's good. Wow, I think that's not the right choice. But I might be wrong. I thought they were stealing my... Oh no, it would have been frozen, right? I played around it. I definitely played around it.
We rise to the war.
Anyway, personally, I would have stolen it. And then made it attack all adjacent minions. Kind of like what I'm about to do right now. Wait, I can't steal it. You guys don't have Rush either. I want to save Equality if I can. Value. Do I want to change hero? I'm going to do it for the memes. A meme and a dream.
The sun incinerates you.
I also think that's the correct play.
What do I do with all these cards?
Okay, snap. We both got Equality. So last turn I played... I stole their guy. By playing a copy guy. Let's become a different class. Oh my god, we can become Frostlich Jaina. That's kind of funny. It's odd because it's not great matchup. Boom is also very tempting, but I have no mechs in the deck. It's a lot of value. Alakir, I think, is definitely wrong. I'm going to take Jaina. I think Jaina is more Bants. Basically.
No one moves like I do.
I probably should have also played Risa last turn, not the Wolf. And then duplicated research to turn 1 into a 5, 1 into an 8, and then traded that into the what's his name? The Aman'thul. Look how much value is in my hand right now. It's just crazy. That was the other deciding reason why I didn't take Boom. My hand is so full of stuff, I just don't think I would have emptied it. Bearing in mind at some point I've got Yogg still in my deck, and I'm probably going to Sasquatch the Yogg at some point. And I maybe power word synchronize the Sasquatch to get me another Sasquatch.
I didn't intentionally pursue leadership, but I find it quite suits me.
Fast here.
This would be a fantastic time for that guy. Jaina, hold. Don't kill your own stuff as well.
My hand is full.
That's fine. You don't need cards where you're going. We don't want to give them the opportunity to take that back. I don't want them to have that back, particularly. You can have Flint if you want. I'll deny you 5 health as well. So I'm not playing Jaina next turn. We're going to be playing Sasquatch. It's guaranteed. I need the other Yogg. You have to be running out of value soon, Priest.
Time to light a fire under this town.
By the way, when I was saying I don't want them to have another copy of this, I meant I don't want them to copy it with power chord. Stealing spells from my deck is bad because this is going to go to fatigue.
No gems is the really good in.
I think Benevolent Banker is the only bad mill for me right now. And it's not the end of the world. Good play.
My hand is full.
That's actually completely fine. We're definitely playing Sasquatch. Now, here's the question. I think I know the answer to it. Do I steal or do I make them attack one another? I think I make them attack one another. Even though this is probably going to lead to a situation where a minion stays on the board. Not their minion. Thank you. That works. I just don't want the extra card, was kind of my logic there. I'm fairly certain my deck is better than an Excavate 1 treasure. Well, that I'll steal. Don't know if my opponent has thought this through. Banker! I can't. Yoink. Alright, Yogg. Good. Not good choice. Actually, terrible choice. Yogg, are you stupid? I'm a control deck. I'll keep controlling. Puppet Theatre would also be a pretty bad loss now. Wow. That should be pretty annoying to lose again. Next turn, though, I think we get the Jane to play.
My hand is full.
Ah, you hit Raiden. Or Raiden.
Do not fear power. Fear those who wield it.
I want to do it. Are you shivering? You're shivering. Are you afraid?
You're shivering. Are you afraid?
It's crazy how this card was, like, pretty insane back in the day. I'm not entirely certain it would see play now. Oh, Boom Boss is a small issue. And by a small issue, it's a pretty big issue. I can't let that live.
The legacy of the Titan can never die.
I've mass-wronged.
A fatal mistake.
It's fine, I can fix it. I missed 3 damage. I forgot this card is bad. I thought it was a 2-mana spell. Either way, the Water Elementals somewhat protect me from Boom Boss. That's actually a card I could have considered putting in this deck as well. That's Yogg. And I don't have an answer to Yogg. Well, sorry. I don't have a great answer to Yogg. I can kill it. Wow, Furious Fouls. They're using all the new cards. Very cool. I steal your Yogg.
I ain't talking.
You're in the right place to melt your face.
Not what I was expecting. There's one in you which I think we'll hold off on. And then I guess we make a double trade. It looks stupid, and it kind of is stupid, but... Oh my god, they generated 2 Boom Bosses from Aman'thul. I might lose because of that. That might be game. Again, if I'd got Puppet Theatre as well, we might have lived. I think I need Ysera to live here.
I'm out of cards.
Ysera did live.
Day's work for a hero.
How much is in you? 1. We could stabilize here. This isn't completely insane. It's probably not going to happen. I forgot about that. It's not going to happen unless Yogg kills their opponent.
Hope is an illusion.
Yogg, you are a swine. Five to all, 3 doesn't help. It's like the perfectly bad maths here. Alright.
Well played.
I'll do you a favor. We got so unlucky in that game. I think we played that really, really well.
Guys,
But they just generated two Amanthuls. They generated two boom bosses from their Amanthuls. So I lose. And then I didn't draw Puppet Theatre to copy their boom boss to destroy their deck with. And if I did that, then there was a possibility of an out. Trying to think if there's any other particularly like decisive turn there. I guess I overcommitted on the board as well with the wolf turn. And probably it would have been better to get Boom rather than Jaina.
I will fight with honor.
Where will
It was still a fun matchup though. I enjoyed that game. Okay, I'll keep this. Right, I'm going to assume, based on the fact it's a default profile, that it's hand buff paladin. In which case, I think Trapdoor Spider is pretty good. There are a few Divine Shield minions in that deck, which obviously is what Trapdoor Spider doesn't like. But at the same time, I still think this will cause my opponent some degree of issues. If it trades into the 1/1 Divine Shield, I can always heal it and then just trade it again.
Reporting for duty.
I'm slightly concerned that my opponent's doing nothing right now. This might be Highlander. Or, oh, is it Highlander? Just because he pushed the button 2 times. Nope, it's hand buff. They just didn't want to play a minion into that. Fair enough. I was toying with the coin onto the Dirty Rat, but next turn we can Dirty Rat and then have the coin for invasive if I need it.
You're merely a pawn for the puppet.
Or I'll just play invasive, because I do not want that to stay on the board. I don't think I want the Dorian it either. I think it's too slow. Why would you put Dorian in that deck? Paladin, what is your angle here? That's actually pretty annoying. Oh well. No, it's not. I copied that Dirty Rat. This is a control deck.
Reporting for duty.
I'm slightly concerned by this idea now, because they've got a lot of buffed stuff in hand. What is my opponent doing? I actually just don't know what my opponent is. The next question is, do I kill it? The 5/5. Because I can with Funel's Mirror. I guess I do.
What do the cards say?
Oh, it's Excavate. Okay. What's the biggest thing that's died for me? It's Rat. Okay. Yep, That's repackage time. Back in the deck you go. Get rid of those pesky buffs, please.
Candle mudslider. The future is clear. Your demise be near.
So they're gonna try and OTK with me outfit tailor. Canary seems to make some degree of sense. It stripped the buff off cards. Yeah, I think we get Canary. They're probably never going to get a ginormous board. I probably should have considered, and like, I definitely should have considered healing. It never occurred to me to heal that turn. We spent the mana more efficiently, but considering I think we could die from like 23 health, I should probably, you know, not allow myself to die at 23 health.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
I don't think either of those are good enough. I was somewhat tempted by Long Arm because it's a pretty nice heal. I should have got Long Arm just for the rush. Because I have to do this now. Cool. Just what I wanted, a rock. I don't want to throw away Rustrot Viper, as I need to break the other weapon as it comes up. That is worth stealing, because I can deal with whatever comes out of the cheese. 3, 6, 9, 10. About 9. No, it's 10. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, it's 10. So they have to play another card. If they stay at 9, I might bounce this. Yep, I will bounce that. Because if I can hit Leroy with that, I win. I think. And by hit Leroy with that, I mean hit Leroy with the Milder card. That we can greed on for a little while. I'm probably at the point where I need value. I am somewhat toying with the idea of bouncing or copying the cheese, dude. I think it's the wrong play.
My hand is too full.
Okay, we missed. Like, the cheese is really slow for my opponent. I don't care if they get double cheese value. I should be able to deal with that board. The keyword being should. Aman'thul is the card I was looking for. It is time to duel.
Potential. Heroes and champion order.
I'll take Deathwing. I'm a control deck. Really?
I can hear the
3,
magic.
6. Very lucky. My 6-drop is a 1/1. It's still annoying for Paladin. The joke's on you, I want that card. It's better than every card in my deck, with maybe the exception of Yogg, in which case it's close. I'm actually 99% certain that was a misplay.
Pay for your crimes. Yes, all of them.
My hand is full.
Well, that card is actually has no use in this matchup, so we'll take that.
The time reveals Azeroth's potential.
Aman'thul has not died yet, is another thing that I need to remember. I also need to burn a card this turn. I think it's time for cheese. Yes, because we don't want cheese to get really strong anyway. That's actually fine. I just need them to be bodies. Put your body on the line for the cause. Cheese. So we still haven't had an Aman'thul die yet. I didn't even consider, by the way, the Sasquatch is so much better now. So Sasquatch is going to get me 4 minions. So I should trade everything. Yeah. Oh, it's unupgraded cheese. Holy shit, that is actually insane as well if I play a spell with it. I'm just toying with whether or not I want Taunt. I think I'm okay still.
A world cleansed of evil.
Okay, that changes things.
Great harvest, eh, Paul?
I was actually toying with dropping Serenity onto the board just for 8 armor. But I'll risk the more and paw sticking.
I will not forsake.
I was going to say, Amethyst is the only answer here. And realistically, what do they do with Amethyst? Because I can puppet theater their Amethyst as well.
Quarrel at once.
They have to kill Aman'thul. Yeah, I think they lose now. Also, Aman'thul just died. Wow, they got slightly unlucky as well. I could do this in the alternate way of turning them all into 2/2s and then pulling overing them. I think that's actually a way better play.
I will not forsake. Cease your quarrel at once.
I get 6 armor with this as well. And simply speaking, this is just despair, right?
Get him, Paul.
They have another cheese, though, so don't get too greedy here. Well, it's not a bad cheese. Not the best. 2 understated 6-drops, but at least the 6-drop they get here is going to give them something else. Potentially should remove that from the game. The alternate line.
You're gonna love the way you look. Reporting for duty.
The alternate line is I mass trade in Deathwing, but I just don't see a world where I lose with Aman'thul right now. Actually, I don't see a world where I lose with Serenity. It clears the 1-2, the 1-1. Actually, I do see a world where I lose with Aman'thul. With Serenity.
What do the cards say?
I've just had a genius idea. The biggest card that's died for me right now is... Oh, it might not be Amatus. He's a 7. We'll risk it. If it's Amatus, I'm gonna roll my opponent with sadness.
Cease your quarrel at once.
That is disgusting. Speaking of which, that's also pretty disgusting, for that matter. Alright, I'll trade. Don't need these guys anyway.
Don't keep your thoughts
Oh no! Oh my god, it looks like the Paladin without a cards! Oh dear. Poor little Paladin.
Relaxation.
Okay, the Paladin is no longer out of cards. In fact, he has 4 cards, 3 of which cost 0. Alright, Paladin refills. Oh my god, the Paladin has 10 cards! Never mind! He will overdraw, though. That's... He might not overdraw. That is, Did you get Poisonous Rush? Are you serious? It depends what's in the goblet here is how I feel about this. We could actually still lose. Rest in Peace could get me Amatus again. Amatus would allow me to trade equally into all of these things, which isn't that good. This is also not that good. Actually, I think Amatus is the right play. And by Amatus, I mean Aman'thul. Just get rid of this. Get rid of this. Have a peep what's in the box. I can't do Odin. I actually think we can do Rin, though, in a stupid, stupid world. I think now we just chill. We do a double trade. And I'm trying to figure out what the goblet is. If it's a bunch of excavators, we could actually lose this game. It's plausible now. So I think my deck is, generally speaking, bad cards. I can't believe that was the outcome.
What must I do?
That's probably the only card that I feel sad about losing.
Unravel.
And now I just need to be greedy. That's a great mill for me. I need to create a situation where I can put a ton of their cards back into their deck again with the shuffle. And just strip off the buff. I need to be really, really careful with how I use my cards here. And actually, I'm now feeling bad that Amatus is in the pool. Okay, maybe that didn't work out as well as I was hoping. I lost the card I wanted. It's fine, though. We don't need to copy anything. I can still outvalue my opponent. What did they lose, by the way? They lost Leroy. And a Burrow Buster, I think. Has to go into Tide Pool. It's not negotiable. The Squawker is the card now. Okay, well, that's a small issue. Right, in this case, because we've fucked up, I didn't even consider that Squawker was an option. I bait my opponent into playing more stuff, and I'll repackage it. When did they have an Amatus die? Oh, I copied their Amatus, didn't I, and killed it with my own Amatus. Okay. We can still win this. It looks bad. It's pretty bad. But we're about to we're stripping all of this off. Tide Pool Pupil's got a great card in it.
I am out of cards.
I think we rat first and put the rat into the deck as well.
I ain't talking.
Hold. I need to play Yogg as well. Like now. Yogg, do not fuck me, buddy.
Hope is an illusion.
Okay. You know what? This is actually the right play. Because I never want the Tide Pool Pupil to generate me anything other than Rest in Peace now. To get me back another Yogg. Holy shit. Do not hit me in the face. That's okay. I was about to say my opponent has been so disgustingly lucky.
I am all around you.
That's funny. Okay.
I can feel the magic.
I forgot they stole my Yogg. I lose now.
I'm almost out of cards.
That's astonishing. I just completely forgot they stole it. To be fair, even after stealing it, it was a 1 in 3 that I got Sasquatch. If I'd got any of the other cards, I was still okay. I've hit 2 1-in-3s on Sasquatch, which is just stupid.
Open your minds to the light.
You're gonna love the way you look.
Honestly, Paladin, do not buy a lottery ticket. You've used all your life's luck. There's nothing left. You've exhausted it. Tolin's Goblet to hit the only card in their deck that would save them. Then for me to roll Sasquatch 2 times on a 1-in-3, that's a 1-in-9.
I need a target. You're doing just as well.
Interesting how that animation played out. Unironically, the craziest outcome. Normally, that matchup I think is bad for us, as I said. I think it's like a 65% in their favor. But getting to the point where we got in the game, I think it flips to like 75% in my favor. Because we can just control them. Bearing in mind at one point, that deck, which is an aggro deck, had 1 card in hand. And then drew Marin into 3 0-cost cards, into Tolin's Goblet, into a bunch of rushing excavators. I forgot what they're called. I did misplay, I will concede, twice. But actually, a crazy outcome. What am I on the timing? I'll give you one more, YouTube, before we wrap up the experiment here. Either way, I think 4 and 3, or if we can go 5 and 3, it's actually performing better than anything I've seen on the Tinterweb right now.
Lazul
A Warlock? There's a few flavors of Warlock. Am I favored in any of the matchups? I'm actually not sure I am.
Will fate take us?
Okay, Invasive Shadeleaf was one of the cards I wanted. Funhouse Mirror was the other one I was trying to fish for. It's one of 2 decks, probably. It's either going to be... I don't think I want that. It's either going to be Insanity or Pain. If it's Insanity, I need AoE, but I don't have the big enough AoE. Funnily enough, when I said all the way back at the beginning... By the way, it's Pain. When I said all the way back at the beginning, you didn't want Harmonic Pop, or whatever it's called. It's because of... Sorry, the one matchup you want in is the Pain... Oh, fuck me, I'm losing my goddamn mind. I'm just going to stop talking. You want it for the Insanity matchup, because that's the one where you get mid-range minions, where you do want the big AoE. The Pain one is probably where you want the single target removal. So, it's probably the best of the matchups as I could have hoped for.
The future is clear. Your demise be near.
Interesting. Infernal might be a good stabilization tool for me. So might Barrel Brim, though. I think Barrel Brim might be slightly better for me. Just because it allows me to deal with one of these big 8/8 giants that are going to be roaming around in a moment. Oh my god, Serenity. Serenity or Holy Nova. Also, if you play another minion, I'd be pretty content. This Rostrot Viper, I've drawn it 3 times this game. Okay, I have to mitigate damage, I think. It's too scary to leave the entire board up.
What must I do?
So, although this is Pain, I think that is the right play. Holy Nova! Calling all Holy Novas. Repackage could be good if I can live. I'm probably not going to live until then, but thanks for showing up. We should Dirty Rat right now because they can't get a minion on the board, so it's at least blocking a spot.
I ain't talking.
That is 6 damage. I will remove a 3/3, I suppose, with it and then heal. Yeah, I think that's the right play. The trade's slightly awkward this way. They'll have to put a 3/2 or a bunch of 1/1s. That's fine. Dirty Rat, I salute you. You did a great job then.
Let's show these
Barrel Blim is really irrelevant. Holy shit, I just can't find it. We could go into that quick draw card. I think that is my best out here. It'd allow me to trade into the 2/2 and the 3/2, or I could trade both 3/2s. If I miss, they have 9, 13, 15 damage on board. What do I do if I miss? I guess I lose? I lose. Okay.
There's simply nothing I can do.
Astonishingly, nothing helps here. Which I think means... I mean, we have to do that then, and then heal. And then hope they don't have... 6, 9, 2 damage. They have 2 damage. Honestly, that's just unlucky. To not draw Holy Nova or... what's his name? Serenity in the entire matchup. What can you do about it? On the positive side, I have time to go below 50% now. I can sneak in one more game. I guess in other situations as well. If I'd just drawn a more single target removal of my cheaper ones like the Funhouse Mirrors, maybe I could have lived again. It's so tough though, like... maybe this is where Hot Calls is the correct play. Even if it's just Consecration, I kind of just needed Consecration there.
Badlands, let me hear you scream! Wow, 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 wow.
Okay, this matchup we do not want Banker in hand. That's for certain. Repackage is fine to hold on to. I don't really want Synchronize. I'll risk it. Don't draw me a Banker. That's actually fine. And now I top deck Holy Nova in a game where I will not need the card. Cool. Okay. That's actually a pretty funny idea of Funhouse mirroring that. I think it's the wrong play, but it's a funny idea. No weapon in my deck. The Coconut Cannonade is pretty pointless. I'll take Kobold, I suppose. Not a great card. Rock, please. That'll do. Actually, there was like 3 cards there that were good for me. The Bloom would have worked as well.
Who could put a price on such foul
Wow.
artifacts? I could.
I think Grifter means it's Highlander. You know what? I'll weave that into the turn. Actually, pretty good. Look at me, I'm Zoo Priest. Oh, there he goes. The perfect counter.
I can't
You only see
hear the
that in
magic.
the Badlands.
I think that is enough of a turn off that I'll just drop one of these. Do I need weapon destruction in this matchup? I probably do, right? Then again, I think the only reason I need weapon disruption is for Ignis. And they haven't forged yet. I'm actually going to risk it. Because the card that I really, really need is Aman'thul. So we're kind of in an Aman'thul waiting room right now. It is also really important in this matchup. That's not expected. Wait, that's kind of stupid, no? To save the coin for the repackage. Surely that is a bad idea. Because I just do that. And now I have one. Two can play that game, warrior. Oh, wait, have I fucked up? How much are you? You're a 6 cost. We're fine. We didn't fuck up. I need to be really careful with what things I steal. To not get into a squawk situation again. Not Aman'thul. That's fine. That card has to die. We will Funhouse Mirror it. Yep. It just cannot be allowed to live. Kill on sight.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
The future is clear. Your demise be near.
They have Ignis in hand, it turns out. I think Dorian is bad. I think Boom is bad unless I steal Zilliax, which is a legitimate strategy. Ignis I can never get work, so I guess I take Boom. On the off chance, which is now no longer an off chance because I will look at stealing a Zilliax for myself.
You're merely a pawn for the puppet.
I should try and Dirty Rat though. What did you just play, by the way? I wasn't paying attention. You drew an Eruption, but you didn't copy it with Dorian. I really don't want a Dirty Rat coin repackage because I don't have a play. I guess actually the play I have versus them playing Unkilliax is that I become the warrior. My rest in peace right now is Ham or Incendious, which is kind of interesting.
What must I do?
I just don't want to leave Dorian up, but I don't have a good answer for it.
The end is near.
I hate this line. I changed my mind about the line. I'd rather not bounce Boom back.
Stop and
If I can avoid
smell
it.
the flowers. Stop and smell the flowers.
This is just a ton of random shit right now. Who cares? Maybe this is good enough to bounce back. Viper has to be kept. I feel like the damage has been done. You know what I mean? Man, my hand is so stinky right now. Because Dorian's not that useful. Boom isn't either. Nor is that thing. I can't kill anything with Holy Nova. But I'm about to take 10 damage, and I don't think I can afford to take 10 damage. I think I have to bounce this back. But it really hurts that I've given them a boom back again. Because it's so nice to cheat it out, I say cheat it out, but I pull it out and disrupt it, only to give them back to undisrupt it.
The Titan's flame shall never die!
When I copy that, I get the forged copy, right? No, I don't. It's not. I would do if it was a forged card, but that isn't the forged card, right? Nearly made a mistake. Cool. Not cool. No! Here's a question. If my opponent plays Giant Weapon, do you think they're smart enough to clear the Viper? I have to copy it.
Looking for a
Wow.
Careful, it's against me.
Reno. We're in a lot of trouble here. I have, like, no outs right now. I've not drawn my Aman'thul or Yogg. I haven't now got Puppet Theatre up to steal a Zilliax. I don't have a way to stall Zilliax. My opponent is the greediest player I've ever seen.
I am all around you!
Kill your own guy. No, kill this guy, sorry. I should be more accurate. That's just that turn, right? Conductivity. Yes. Okay, I'll steal your own Yogg. Bye, Yogg. Unironically, you playing Yogg has saved me. Well, I'll be stealing that as well, I think. Actually, not bad. I don't think that can really fuck me up too much. Oh, wait, this was dumb. You know what? No, it wasn't. I'll rest in peace and steal there. I'll kill my own guy. I don't need to kill my own guy. He's dead. I'll use Rest in Peace to steal their Zilliax. I was going to say, I've kind of fucked that up a little bit, because I need to steal a Zilliax. Just need to wait for that moment where a Zilliax goes naked on the board. And I've got him.
Who's ready for another round?
Like, this is unreal how greedy this opponent is. They're going to beat me as well now. It's like my nightmare deck. I'm built to deal with some degree of control, but aggro as well. My opponent is like, fuck aggro, I will lose every game to aggro. But any guy that's trying to play a long game, I'm going to beat them. Okay, well, I have to then put on as much pressure as I possibly can. That's my win condition. Alright, that's a pretty good outcome. I could try and eat my opponent's deck. Is that stupid? It's kind of stupid. It's kind of balanced as well. Oh, I don't have the mana for it. I should also probably have considered, which, to be fair, it is in this as well, that I do need to steal Unkilliax still. I've actually misplayed, haven't I? Like, to a colossal degree. Because can I steal Unkilliax anymore? Yeah, Yogg's in my deck still. I need to pray that I get Yogg. And then Yogg doesn't die. Holy shit. My opponent is now living the dream.
There's simply nothing I can do.
There's always room for dessert.
I just need to hope the 8 doesn't hit me in the face here. We lose if it does, so they might as well ping me in the face. Also, if they clear my board and ping my face, I lose. But I'm pretty certain I die if I don't make a play like this. Okay, we lose. Because I'm going to die to the TNTs anyway. Unironically, I think I've lost... Well, I guess I've won some games that I fluked as well. I feel like I've lost 2 games now where they were just disgustingly bad RNG. Possibly 3 even. I guess I can protect myself a little bit better from it. If I was going to make some changes, let's think about it before I end the episode. In fact, let me do one of these. So that was version 1. I think for version 2, I actually do need to put 1 of 2 cards in. And possibly 2 copies of it. I think I need to put in either Creation Protocol or, and I think this would be the one I'm more inclined to put in, Pendant. Because actually the big limitation I'm having right now is just drawing the Aman'thul and the Yogg Unleashed. I'd then say, other than that, I think Thrive has been pretty minor. I think Thrive without Love Everlasting is a little bit weak. Because there's no real spells in this deck I'm absolutely desperate to get for the most part. I guess it's not true when I get into aggro matchups, but in an aggro matchup, playing Thrive on 2 is too slow. So it's more like, I kind of like to play Thrive to get repackaging for when I'm playing against warriors. So I can see a world where I drop a Thrive, at least 1 Thrive, and throw in like a Pendant. It also solved my my health total a little bit, and helped me discover. Maybe we set it 1 and 1 for right now in Pendant. In terms of Creation Protocol, I'm still super scared about Creation Protocol of just being too slow versus aggro decks. I think if I was going to add 1 other card to the deck, it'd be something that would supplement Holy Nova and would supplement the Serenity. Because I did lose, I think, 2 of the games just to outright aggression because I didn't draw one of my 4 AoE removals. I think that Light Bomb and Harmonic Pop are both too slow for that. So I actually don't know what the card is that I would like to add to the deck. It could honestly be something as simple as Holy Smite. Just a 1 mana card that deals with a guy. Maybe that is good enough right now. In other potential conditions, we could also go for something stupid. I'm gonna say stupid, but People tested with Messmaker, as it's pretty good against the pirates. It's not bad against the Death Rattle Death Knight deck, and it gives you a little bit of extra healing that you otherwise would need. Also, if you're playing this as a Highlander deck, it's a pretty good card to get out of Elise. If you get this as a 5/5 with Taunt, Lifesteal, Death Rattle, you're pretty happy with that. I just don't think 1 damage, though, is good enough. Like, the pirate deck almost always buffs the pirates with Hoser, or, you know, what is it called now? The 3 mana equivalent that gives everything as an aura +1/+1. So I think Messmaker is actually not particularly great as a tech card. Mixologist is a consideration. Generates a 1-cost spell that can be AoE damage. Could also be armor. You know what? Maybe I even consider that over Pendant, but... what have I got in 2-cost lands? I think Watcher is too slow. I think Trapdoor Spider is not good enough either. Wandmaker is probably not good enough, and I'm not running any 1-cost spells. Saloon is too slow. Pro Gamer's bad. Red Gale Razor Jaw, I'm not playing Classic. Same with Murloc Tidehunter. The Mad Bomber is a funny idea. I actually don't completely hate it, but I'm not going to put that in my deck. It's not 8 years ago. We're not putting Mad Bomber in the deck. I don't think we put Gold Panda or Greedy. Flint, I think, is also a bit too slow, but I do like the idea of Flint. Doomsayer? Maybe Doomsayer is a consideration. We do something like this, a one-off Doomsayer. It's probably not strong enough anymore, because aggro board's disgustingly OP right now. I think by turn 2, most aggro decks can deal 7 damage. But maybe that is something I consider. Anyway, I think I'll leave this open to any YouTubers that are watching at this point. Are there any cards you would like to add to this deck? And again, I'd probably say, like, we're looking at, like, adding a card to the deck, or, like, a substitution, not pulling an entire package out the deck. Because I think that the theory of the deck is fine. Like, generating tons of Amanthuls and generate tons of Yoggs can actually beat a lot of the decks, and in fact, it's pretty favorable into the Unkilliax deck. However, I think we just need to live through the early game, so if you have any suggestions about how to live through the early game, other than Holy Nova, other than Serenity, and actually other than... and this is a card I might go to on version 1.2 or 2 or something. Hot Coals, that actually might be even better than the... please. It might be better than Doomsayer. Because it feels like... we'll go 1.1. It feels like most units I struggled killing were about a threshold of 2 health, so... it's good versus the Pirates, it's pretty good against the Imps. So, maybe Hot Coals is an answer, even though I don't have any way to really proc the second side of the effect. Perhaps Consecration is good enough in Control Priest. Anyway, YouTube, if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, comment, subscribe? Everyone helps me out, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!